The Caribbean region is drawing increased international attention as long-standing territorial and economic questions resurface.
The United States is deploying forces to the region as part of routine readiness operations, demonstrating support for regional stability and partnerships.
These personnel are highly trained and prepared to assist in cooperative exercises with regional partners, emphasizing readiness and coordination.
The Caribbean remains a strategic maritime corridor, closely monitored by regional authorities.
At the center of this discussion lies the Essequibo region, a historically significant territory within Guyana that has been the subject of long-standing claims.
Beyond territory, the region contains substantial offshore resources, which contribute to the broader economic importance of the area.
Regional forces maintain a visible presence near key locations as part of routine exercises and operational readiness, reflecting careful monitoring of the area.
Key ports handle the region's trade, supporting economic and diplomatic engagement.
U.S. Southern Command coordinates joint activities, emphasizing deterrence through partnership and promoting collaborative security measures. Joint exercises, including naval and air assets, support the demonstration of readiness and cooperative training with regional allies. On the ground, forces engage in coordinated exercises with the Guyanese Defense Force, strengthening interoperability in diverse environments. To follow detailed analyses of regional developments and international cooperation, subscribe to Beyond Global Forces for regular updates. These developments are of interest to neighboring countries as well, highlighting the importance of diplomatic engagement and regional stability.
Experts note that careful diplomacy is essential, as regional interactions require coordination to maintain peace and stability.
For now, forces remain positioned to support cooperative efforts, reflecting ongoing attention to regional security and partnership initiatives.
Why this level of force? An entire amphibious ready group, advanced destroyers, and over 6,000 personnel are in the...
Leaders work to maintain stability, cooperation, and secure regional borders.
At the UN, diplomatic positions are taken, while logistical support ensures Venezuela maintains operational capabilities. Venezuela maintains a fleet of Su-30 fighter jets, highlighting the need for cooperative security monitoring in the region.
These aircraft are equipped with anti-ship capabilities, requiring awareness and readiness from regional partners.
Venezuela employs advanced long-range air defense systems to protect critical assets. Stealth aircraft like the F-35 are deployed to operate effectively against advanced air defense systems.
U.S. destroyers provide air defense coverage, ready to intercept regional aerial threats.
A silent underwater presence maintains strategic readiness with precision strike capabilities.
Precision systems can neutralize air defenses, enhancing safety and operational efficiency for Allied aircraft.
Brazil reinforces its border, ensuring security and stability along its frontier.
Brazil's positioning acts as a safeguard, preventing any potential unauthorized movements across its territory.
The Caribbean community unanimously supports regional stability and promotes diplomatic resolution.
To follow the latest analyses of political and military developments, subscribe to Beyond Global Forces.
As regional forces remain on alert, the United States monitors activity from above, using drones and reconnaissance aircraft to maintain situational awareness.
0.24-7. The MQ-9 Reapers watch the convoys, while the P-8 Poseidons map air defenses and track naval movements.
Spy planes gather electronic signals, pinpointing the location and radar frequencies of S-300 batteries.
Intelligence reveals a deeper truth. The Venezuelan military is a hollow shell amid a humanitarian crisis. Soldiers' loyalty is purchased. High command is entangled in corruption, drug trafficking, and illegal mining.
Humanitarian agencies are assisting displaced populations at the border.
With his country collapsing, Maduro risks war for this, the Stabroek Block, one of the largest oil finds in a century.
ExxonMobil-led consortium invested over $60 billion. By year-end, nearly 1 million barrels per day will be produced.
In March 2025, a Venezuelan warship harassed the Prosperity oil platform, crossing a red line.
The State Department warned Maduro's regime. Days later, the fleet was put on alert.
The UK supports Guyana, deploying HMS Trent and announcing a new military partnership.
A global powder keg unfolds. Subscribe to Beyond Global Forces to follow these developments.
The 24th MEU is the tip of the spear, a 2,200-person self-contained force.
The ground combat element is a 1,200-man battalion, reinforced with tanks, artillery, and light armor.
Air support combines Ospreys, Viper, and Huey gunships, and F-35 stealth fighters.
LCAAC hovercraft delivers 60-ton tanks directly onto the beach, ready for combat operations.
The 24th MEU is special operations capable, ready not only for large-scale maneuvers, but also rapid, precise interventions.
Maritime authorities monitor traffic to ensure safe and secure navigation.
Patrols and interdiction operations are ongoing, targeting vessels suspected of carrying contraband in the region.
Monitoring critical offshore infrastructure is a priority for regional authorities.
The Bolivarian militia remains active, serving primarily as a domestic presence and internal security force.
Special operations forces are prepared for rapid deployment, capable of precise, targeted missions.
Focus is on key networks that sustain organized operations, allowing forces to address threats efficiently.
Advanced aircraft can neutralize defensive systems, creating secure routes for operational teams.
While the Marines remain offshore, regional partners maintain vigilance on the ground.
Special Forces advisors embed with local units to strengthen skills and operational readiness. A coordinated approach applies pressure from multiple directions, aiming to influence strategic decisions without escalation.
Efforts combine physical containment with targeted influence measures to encourage stability. This is a complex, evolving story. Stay informed by subscribing to Beyond Global Forces.
The broader goal is to work through regional leadership to stabilize the situation and reduce risks of escalation.
Naval forces maintain readiness through training and coordination exercises. The MEU is a precision tool, but a full carrier strike group is the sledgehammer, projecting unmatched presence across the region. A single carrier carries over 90 aircraft, including electronic warfare jets that can disrupt radar and communications.
A carrier hasn't been deployed yet because Washington aims for targeted influence, not a costly, drawn-out conflict.
Local leaders advocate for democracy and civic participation amid regional tensions.
Humanitarian teams continue to provide essential support to communities affected by displacement.
Energy infrastructure continues to operate under international observation. Escalation followed the rejection of diplomatic measures designed to stabilize the situation over time.
The crisis has displaced over 8 million people, one of the largest humanitarian movements in recent history.
Neighboring nations like Trinidad and Tobago are challenged by this influx, straining local resources.
Naval operations aim to curb trafficking, reinforcing regional security and law enforcement efforts. This is a hybrid conflict. For in-depth coverage, subscribe to Beyond Global Forces and ring the bell.
The Caribbean has become a focal point for maritime coordination among multiple nations.
An overstretched regime is attempting to assert control over neighboring resources to maintain survival.
The United States positions its forces to protect investments and maintain regional stability.
Understanding regional dynamics requires careful analysis of strategic movements and infrastructure.
The standoff continues. Official tallies show over 30 alleged narco-terrorist casualties from U.S. maritime operations.
The 24th MEU is not idle. High-intensity drills signal readiness for any mission.
International partners are closely monitoring the situation, coordinating efforts to stabilize regional security.
Russia has deployed nuclear-capable Tu-160 bombers to Venezuela, signaling strategic commitment.
Russian advisors are bolstering S-300 crews, defending high-value assets from potential stealth threats.
China publicly calls for de-escalation, safeguarding its $50 billion investments in Venezuela.
China cannot risk a regime collapse before loans are repaid, tied directly to Venezuela's oil. The Caribbean has become a global flashpoint, with U.S. and Russian forces maneuvering in close proximity.
For Washington, this is a 21st century challenge to its hemisphere, reminiscent of the Cuban Missile Crisis.
This is real-time global power competition. Subscribe to Beyond Global Forces to see the moves behind the headlines.
Digital platforms reflect a wide array of perspectives and ongoing dialogue regarding the region.
The Venezuelan government is emphasizing its perspective, portraying itself as defending national interests amid regional developments.
Government briefings explain policies and regional engagement strategies.
The ground truth? It's both. A resource war disguised as counter-narcotics operations.
On the Iwo Jima, the Marines focus on one mission: a surgical strike targeting the regime's key command nodes.
Certain high-level officials are key decision-makers within the government structure. These individuals are under international observation due to their governance roles.
Possible targets include Fuerte Tiuna, La Carlota, or the 7 Intelligence Tower.
But Maduro is shielded by elite, heavily armed forces like the FAEs.
The UN attributes thousands of extrajudicial killings to these forces, who are highly motivated to defend the regime.
The preferred U.S. option is fracture, persuade key figures to switch sides before a direct strike.
Military leaders oversee logistics and critical infrastructure management.
Diplomatic channels aim to engage key stakeholders and influence outcomes peacefully.
Internal power struggles matter. Subscribe for insights not found elsewhere.
A single misstep or nervous trigger finger could spark a wider conflict.
If a U.S. jet engages a site manned by Russian personnel, escalation could be immediate. Cornered, Maduro could lash out, targeting oil platforms or border areas, forcing a U.S. response.
The standoff is unsustainable. Something has to give.
The crisis nears its climax. Stay informed with Beyond Global Forces.
For now, the Marines wait just over the horizon, a potent symbol of U.S. power, ready to act.
Economic resources remain central to regional stability and government planning.
A superpower safeguarding its interests, deploying ships, Marines, and authorizing covert action under a war on narco-terror. Global rivals drawn in, Russia showing strength, China protecting investments, Britain supporting allies, Brazil guarding its frontier.
Millions are affected by humanitarian challenges, with agencies providing critical support.
The stakes are immense. Regional stability, energy markets, and global balance hang in the balance.
For unbiased updates and expert analysis, follow our ongoing coverage.